Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of my podcast. This is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now, and I'm finally getting able to do it. As of the time of recording this, I don't even really have a name for the podcast, honestly. In fact, I don't even really know what the podcast is going to be about. I have a few ideas, and I'm sure it's going to evolve over time. But I just wanted to get something out there and see what it turns into. You know, most people have a set idea for whatever their podcast is going to be. I don't. I have many ideas. I'm just going to go with what feels right. And I don't really want to be nailed down to one specific genre of podcasting. Kind of like my videos on YouTube. If it's something that I enjoy doing or talking about, it's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. So today we're going to start with some stories that I found on Reddit. Figured that might be kind of fun. Never-ending supply of information and stories and whatnot on Reddit, so screw it. And we're going to start with one of my favorite subreddits, which is r/EntitledParents. Always a fun one. So, let's just jump right into it and see what happens. I think I've said that multiple times already. This first post comes from a user named Curious Cusco. I have been reading this sub for a while now, but never thought I had any stories. Until I realized half the stories are things my aunt would do. Before I dive into this story, it is worth noting I used to be close to my aunt while my brother was basically another son to her. So here's the story. When I was 16, I began to receive Social Security money from my dad. My dad put off receiving Social Security for a while, so when he decided to finally get it, he had a decent amount accumulated to be distributed to his 3 underage children. This money was for us to use for school or any needs we had, since my mom really didn't have much financial help from my dad. For some reason, my maternal grandma told my aunt that we had received a big check. Unfortunately, my aunt was visiting for about a month, and we had a Christmas block party. She decided that this was the perfect time to confront me, demanding that I buy her an iPad. I said no, because I wanted to use the money for college. She began berating me, saying that I was an entitled brat, that I could easily buy her an iPad and not miss the money. I said no, that she wasn't even related to my dad to begin with, for me to buy her something she did not need. When I walked away, she began asking my brother the exact same thing. He said no, that we were all saving the checks that we got. And she began screaming at him in front of everyone, basically recounting all she had ever gotten for him. She basically disowned him at that point. She did not speak to us for about a year, all because we did not buy her an iPad. Wow, and this woman has the audacity to call her daughter an entitled brat. Oh, you have plenty of money. You could buy me an iPad and you wouldn't even notice that it was a drop in the bucket in that giant check of yours. Wow. I'm glad that I don't have any, super entitled family members. There might be a few, but they're not this level of entitled. This next story comes from a user named Kadatum. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So this story is a little more brief. Not that long, but definitely scared me. Here's a little bit of context. Our local library has a teen zone, and it is a space used for studying computer arts, etc. You must be at least in the 8th grade for a starter, which would be up to 90 minutes of computer time and about 2 hours of study time, so they get a feel for it. Once you're in high school, you get unlimited everything. Time to meet the cast. Me, obviously yours truly. EM is entitled mom. EK, entitled kid. P, kind person that helps me. L, librarian. So this journey starts with me chilling in the teen zone playing Rocket League on my laptop. Sounds like a good use of your computer time. I am extremely attached to Ranked, and it's definitely my favorite game. Champ 2, if anyone's wondering. There was this kid that always came into the teen zone and would constantly annoy people. The demon spawn approaches me. What you doing? Just playing video games. Can I help you? Yeah, actually, can I try? Not this game, but I do have others. But I want to play that one. He proceeds to blatantly push his finger up on the screen on my car, literally pushing against the screen. Okay, a few things. 1, don't touch my screen. Just don't. 2, you're not playing this game. 3, beggars can't be choosers, buddy. You're mean. I'm getting mom. Anyways, he walks over to this lady who, by the way, is yelling at the librarian. In a library. I see this kid pull on his mom's shirt. She turns around and begins talking to him. She looks right at me. Dead in the fucking eyes. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Sorry, I had to. She's doing the angry, entitled mom pissy walk towards me. Give it. She has her palm stretched out and is gesturing towards me. No, I don't think I will. What are you doing? I didn't even do anything. I believe you have my son's laptop. What the hell? Are you high? He said you didn't give him a turn on your game, so therefore he needs a turn. Sucks to suck, lady. You and your son don't have the right to use my property without my permission. So you lost. Now leave. I'm playing ranked. The little shit said that he still has 30 more minutes to be in the teen zone. Then Mom ends it right there. Well, if you're not going to hand it over, I guess I will confiscate it. This bitch slams the screen onto my fingers. This shit is expensive. Handle with care, you cunt. Then she yoinks it from me and storms off, while my mouse is dangling off the edge. I'm just speechless. And in comes the beautiful person. Alright, I'm going to help you. Hang tight. P begins to speed walk towards entitled mom. I follow. Hey, what's that? Where are you going? Entitled mom ignores her. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm going to take that back from you. P yoinks the laptop out of her hands. Yikes. Give it back. This is mine. Stop it. P hands me back my laptop and the librarian shows up. You might as well leave. We have security cameras streaming 24/7 in every room, and you can get a serious fine for stealing from a minor. Entitled mom starts pointlessly yelling at librarian, and entitled kid is just leaving, like he looks like he's had enough. All ends up in entitled mom and entitled kid leaving, and I thank P and L. P.S. I asked P out for lunch sometime, and we've been together for about a year and a half now. Wow. Definitely a better ending than I thought it was going to be. Props to OP for getting the girl. I love how many entitled parent stories there are out there where it's like, oh, my kid wants to play with that, so that belongs to me now. Like, oh, I want to understand how their brains work. It makes no sense. This next story comes from a user named Oxboy101. Sorry for the format, I'm on mobile. Cast. EM, your everyday Karen. EK, embarrassed kid. Me, yours truly. This happened like a year ago when I was about 18. At the time, I was playing rugby league. The game was fairly close. Us 16, 18 them. And it was the final minutes of the game. EK broke through our defense, and I just managed to catch up to him just before he scores, which he drops the ball in the process. And EM proceeds to carry on from the sideline. That's a fucking penalty. He hit the ball out of his hands, which by the way is a legal move only when one person is in tackle. We then proceed to score in the final seconds and win, and as we were walking off the field, EM approaches, where we were leaving the field. Both teams exit from the same area, so obviously she was there to take EK home, and she sees me before her child. How dare you take the ball from my angel's hands? What? What the fuck are you talking about? Where the fuck are your manners? Have your parents ever taught you how to respect your elders? Respect your elders? Do you fucking know what that means? It means respect the elderly, and you are not elderly. I don't give a fuck what it means, you spoiled brat. My son has been signed by a professional team. You're calling a teenager spoiled because your son, who wasn't guaranteed a spot in the NRL, was denied a try because I was lucky enough to catch him. And we should have been awarded a penalty if the refs weren't as retarded like you. Whoa. This is where I got severely offended as one of my friends who wasn't too far away had Down syndrome. What? Did I just hear what I think I did? You are the dumbest cunt here. You didn't even know what respect your elders meant. And you're harassing a fucking teenager because your angel could have won the game but missed the opportunity. Maybe I should call the cops for harassing a minor before you have time to make a bullshit sexual harassment claim. The entitled mom leaves after entitled kid noticed the commotion that entitled mom had caused and stormed off. I've ran into entitled kid a couple times since the incident, and have become good friends with them, but we both agreed we'll never catch up if entitled mom is around. Wow. I wouldn't say that the kid was that entitled because he was just playing the game. I mean, there might have been other times where he had done something as stupid as the mom, but I hope that he's not quite as bad. To go so far as calling a kid retarded, that's just not cool at all. I mean, just because you're mad that your kid didn't win the game doesn't give you the right to treat anybody like that. I like how she tried to brag that, oh, my kid got signed to some big team. You're just a loser. Alrighty, I think that is going to do it for the first episode of this podcast. I'm not really sure exactly how long these things are supposed to go for, but I'm probably going to keep it similar to my YouTube format, which is right around 10 minutes or so. That might change in the future. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed listening to me read off a few Reddit stories. I might do something different next time. I might do the same thing. Who knows? Just gonna let this thing kind of grow as it seems fit. So, alright, well, I guess that's it. Tune in next time for some more something. Alright, well, this is Prandall, and this is goodbye.